In a powerful and uncompromising address, Rupert Lowe has taken a bold stand against the practice of non-stun slaughter in the United Kingdom. Speaking with a conviction that cut through the noise of political platitudes, Lowe pulled no punches as he condemned the outdated and inhumane methods still permitted under the guise of religious exemptions. "This isn't farming, it's torture," he declared to a visibly unsettled audience. Lowe went on to argue that true animal welfare is not negotiable, nor should it be sacrificed at the altar of cultural relativism. He made it clear that while the UK has made great strides in improving the conditions under which animals are raised and slaughtered, allowing non-stun slaughter to continue undermines every advance made in the name of humane treatment. He pointed out that modern farming is built on the principle that animals deserve dignity, even at the end of their lives. Non-stun slaughter, by contrast, subjects animals to unnecessary suffering, something the British public would find intolerable if they truly understood the reality behind closed doors. Let's have a watch. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more.
Under your chairmanship, I accept this is a very sensitive debate, and we all get along fine in Parliament, so I hope you all accept what I'm saying as a genuine view from me. One of the greatest joys of being a farmer is raising livestock. You see them born, you feed them, you watch them grow, you care for them. And when their time comes, you want that end to be swift, calm, dignified and painless. Right now, today, all across the country in abattoirs, we're allowing vile practices that would turn the stomach of any decent person, all in the name of religious exemption. No bolt to the brain, no stunning, no anaesthetic, a blade, a deep crushing cut across the throat. The animal does not die instantly. It thrashes, it gasps, it panics. It feels everything. That's a minute of pure agony while the blood pours from its body. No sedation, no stunning, just raw terror and suffocation. As a farmer, I would rightly be prosecuted for treating our animals like that. But in the abattoir, it's legal under religious exemption. It's two-tier slaughter. Instead of an instant painless death, these poor beings are being put through the most unimaginable pain, all in the name of religion. This isn't farming, it's torture. And the British people have no idea that this is happening, because supermarkets don't label it, restaurants don't mention it, and schools don't highlight it. And politicians in these buildings are too terrified to mention it, out of fear of upsetting the religious minorities. I'm afraid I don't care. It's about animal welfare. Millions of Brits are eating halal meat against their will and without their knowledge, due to our deceitful labelling system. The two-tier regulatory arbitrage between our abattoirs and halal slaughterhouses means that there are economic factors fostering more widespread adoption of the cheaper option. That means halal meat is seeping into the food chain, and the consumer is unwittingly eating it. I will give way.
The honourable member mentions halal meat. Is the same position for kosher meat? Does he adopt the same position?
I do. I cover that at the end of my speech. Thank you for your intervention. We're all eating halal meat without knowing it. You are all eating halal meat without knowing it. I find that morally repugnant. We should ban non-stun slaughter, we should ban halal slaughter, and we should ban kosher slaughter. I will give way.
Thank the honourable member for giving way. Would he just clarify, just for my understanding, when he says, what does he propose in terms of those 88% of halal meat is actually pre-stunned? So given that, is he just after pre-stunned meat? Is that the crux of his argument?
I thank the honourable member for her intervention. The issue of stunning is a complex issue, as you probably know. The halal stun is a lower voltage than the non-halal stun. And as a member over here quite rightly said, chickens are put into an electric bath before they're killed. It is the actual level of the stun that counts. So Freedom of belief does not mean freedom to cause cruel and brutal pain. When I care for animals, I have the most stringent set of rules to abide by. I'm regulated on how to house them, how I feed them, and how I transport them. There are inspections, paperwork, codes of practice, all to make sure they're treated with dignity. I'm going to finish. But a halal abattoir can brutally butcher an animal alive, and all is fine. Where is the fairness in that? Where is the humanity in that? This is not a fringe issue. In 2024, an estimated 214.6 million animals were slaughtered for halal meat. 27 million entirely non-stun, the remainder with some form of weak and ineffectual attempt to ease the animal's pain, often causing just an epileptic fit. It is state-endorsed butchery. We talk so much about being a nation of animal lovers in this place. Well, it's time to prove it. Ban non-stun slaughter, along with any fig leaf of reduced stun slaughter, which simply accentuates the suffering. Thank you.
What do you make of this? Let me know your thoughts down below. In other news, Nigel Farage has taken credit for Labour's winter fuel payment U-turn this afternoon in a fierce swipe at the panicking Labour government. The Reform UK leader said Labour's U-turn announcement today had been timed in an attempt to overshadow his speech and press conference in Port Talbot. He said the decision to restore the payments to some 9 million pensioners was a considerable step in the right direction and vowed that his party had made the political weather on this one. Just minutes prior, he accused Sir Keir Starmer's party of being in a state of absolute blind panic because of the rise of reform. Reform are leading now much of their agenda, he jabbed, following the decision to U-turn on the policy. Everyone over the state pension age in England and Wales with an income of £35,000 or less a year will now receive the winter payment. The change will offer certainty and targeted support to those on lower and middle incomes. Rachel Reeves confirmed that around 9 million pensioners will benefit under the new rules, representing over 3/4 of all pensioners in England and Wales. The support, which is worth £200 per household or £300 where someone is aged 80 or over, will be paid automatically this winter. For those with incomes above the £35,000 threshold, the payment will still be issued but then recovered via HMRC, either through pay or a self-assessment return. The Treasury said, "This change gives people certainty and ensures that payments can be made in time for this winter. Payments will be better targeted than before 2024 to 2025, when they were previously paid to all pensioners regardless of their income, meaning those on lower and middle incomes will still receive the help they need." Farage has also vowed that figures will emerge in the coming months in the race to become Reform UK's first ministerial candidate in Wales. The Reform chief said that while his party was rapidly building in Wales, it was not yet at the point of having a lead member. He said figures will emerge over the course of the next few months, who through merit will no doubt be in a position where they can qualify to be our lead member. We are not at that point of evolution just yet. Reform UK's ambition is to re-industrialise Wales to fuel Britain's growing demand for steel, according to Farage. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.